Hello chess lovers, Soren here, and in this video I would like to share with you an interesting game played by Danish chess grandmaster Bent Larsen. His opponent is Drazen Suboticanec, and this game was played in 1955 in Zagreb. But before starting the video, please take a look at this position and try to find the winning moves for white. I will wait for your answer in the comment section. And now, without further ado, let's go for the game and see what happened on the board. Larsen opened up with e4 and c5 by Suboticanec. Black responds with Sicilian defense, knight f3 d6, bishop b5 check. Larsen is choosing the Moscow variation, bishop d7. We see the exchange of light squared bishops on d7, after which white usually either proceeds with c3 d4, but in this game, Larsen went for c4. He's choosing a Maroczy-bind type setup. In return, black played e5, acting against any possible d4 moves. White castled kingside, g6, knight c3, and bishop h6. Of course, a very strange position for the dark squared bishop. It was better simply to fianchetto it, but in our game we have bishop h6 and knight d5 by Larsen. In return, black developed his queenside knight with a3, knight e7. Black wants to get rid of this active knight, and meanwhile we have an advancement on the queenside, b4. We see the exchange of knights on d5, c takes b4 and d4, after which already after this move black has serious problems to solve. For example, if black goes for an exchange of dark squared bishops, then after rook takes c1, it's difficult to find a good continuation for black. Right now, white wants to capture on e5, and if e takes d4, then queen takes d4 is coming, and by playing f6, black is weakening his kingside too much. Actually, after d4, the best continuation for black was moving back the bishop, but in our game we have f6. Here Larsen captured on e5, and after f takes e5, he captured on b4. We have the exchange of dark squared bishops on c1, knight f6 and knight g5. Yes, the knight is eyeballing on this e6 square, and this can be very dangerous for black. Black castled kingside, and this time we have f4. Knight g4, queen e2, e takes f4, and knight e6. Right now there are two hanging pieces, and yes, this knight is a real monster. Black responded with knight e5, although knight e3 looks interesting, but even in this case white can easily win the game. White can recapture with the knight, and if you move back your knight, then knight e6 is again coming, and if knight e5, then the rook is penetrating the 7th rank. This is going to be winning. In our game, after knight e6, we have knight e5, and rook c7 is on the board. Well, as you have noticed, the rook on f8 was hanging, but Larsen didn't even capture it, because winning that rook could have allowed black to fight back. That's why he simply goes for rook c7, which of course was the best continuation. Queen a4, queen f2, white queen is coming to penetrate black's camp. We have queen takes b4 and rook g7 check. King h8, and this time we have queen h4 with a direct mating threat. h5 and queen g5. White is exploiting the weaknesses of the dark squares, although queen e7 could win faster. In our game, after h5 we have queen g5 and knight g4. Black is both covering the h6 square and at the same time is creating a smothered mating thread, but there is no time to realize it. In this position, Bent Larsen made a move and black resigned. You can pause the video and try to find his next move. Ready? Actually, the simple h3 is also winning, but Larsen sacrificed his rook and Drazen Suboticanec resigned. If king takes h7, then the queen is joining the attack with a check, after which black king is getting checkmated. A very instructive game, I think. Actually, black's bishop h6 move was very dubious, and Bent Larsen managed to make use of that move very accurately. Thanks for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this game. For more games, consider subscribing to my channel. Also, press the bell button to get notified about new uploads. I will see you in my next video. Take care.